Guys, welcome. Today I'm going to share a message. I just read the Bible and I extensively read because I entered today in a sinful path that I needed to repent. And no, it's not that you doing good things or reading the Bible, you are repenting, but you need self-awake. And it's so funny because I learned a lot, guys. I learned that the Matrix is here. The Matrix that put people fake crimes and put people in jail and then murder them was already back then happening before Christ is taught in the first um, Testament, uh, on the Psalms. You have João, which baptized Christ. He was falsely accused for telling uh, Herodes, a leader of the time, that he shouldn't commit adultery, and he got arrested for that, and then ended up being killed. So it's a very specific example of the Matrix, showing that the Matrix always existed. Matrix still is always the same. It's evil forces, evil people, and evilness, devil uh, around the world, right? And I learned too that Jesus talked about the seeds and how there's this story where he let the man who had would plant seeds, and some fell and got eaten, some fell and grow, but they didn't. It was in a rocky environment, so they didn't had no uh, place to strive, so they got burned. Some fell into some plants that are basically make them unable to grow, and others fell in the right place and grow and gave fruits to 30, 50, and 60, or 30, 60, and 90 more than each seed, right? And the representation of that is that you can be you are one of these people. Either you don't follow at all the message, you hear and you don't follow at all, so you are eaten right away by the devil, or you know the truth, but you don't uh, have any capacity to resist like frustration or pressure. So you sell out, and you go against what the message is, you go against Jesus, you go against the principles that he gave you to live. Then you can be someone who is born in a which other plants which will kill you, and that is a representation of this is a representation of um I think is this is the only one I don't truly remember that well, but it's like you grow but you don't stand on it, and then I have to remember mm, the better way, but basically the last ones, the ones that grow and give fruits, are the ones who I think the other one is you believe but you don't practice, and the last ones that grow the fruit are the ones who truly know the message and act on it. Another thing that is very true that I read and cost me, but I had to accept it, is that God gives you what you deserve. He will give you the power and riches that you deserve. So the fact that I don't have things I want in life, a lot of it is from my liking too. Like I want to be better in life, but I'm lacking. Like I'm lacking. I'm doing some things that I shouldn't. Going through my desires. These totally unacceptable. So it was very clear to me from this reading that, for one, I'm clearly one of the seeds that hasn't integrated yet to the fruits, because I know the message is real and I know it's truly true. But through tribulations, I end up lacking. So I need to forfeit that. I need to improve. And another is very encouraging to know that the Matrix and people from the Matrix, the way they are lying, deceiving, sharp tongues, right? Uh, Bad intent, evil hearts, and the way they did oppression and uh, putting you in prison for nothing because they don't like you because you're trying true of trying to break the matrix is was already before Christ. And that's very encouraging because it tells us that we are always like this. And it's very eye-opening because now we know that we already knew, but is more eye-opening because you have to come to the terms that you never know until when you're gonna leave, right? And like you could end up dying tomorrow. So it's important for you to live as you should. And me knowing that I have to improve, stop lacking, stop making excuses, stop uh, not doing what I'm supposed to do. Although I improve a lot and improve really a lot, that doesn't matter. I need to do everything that is demanded by Jesus and the Bible in words. And another thing that I find always new, that's so funny because there's things we intrinsically knew, but we don't know why, but we just know, right? For example, the beard, I always knew I should grow, and today I saw young Don talking about how God says for you to not shave the beard. I didn't get that, but I'm pretty sure it's correct. I want to get to that part, but more than that, I found a place where these fake Christians was like trying to uh, put Jesus on a bad spot, saying that the apostles, the people who were following him, was eating without cleaning their hands, and Christ said they were hypocrites because the reality is something as high as uh, providing the families the secureness that is demanded as God tells you to, they weren't doing and using excuses for that, modifying the versicles for their own use, basically being bad Christian, fake Christians. And Jesus called them out from that and said and explained how you are going to be judged by every word you say. And what he meant was, for once, everything you put on your mouth is for you are going to eat, recycle, and go away. That doesn't matter. But what comes out your mouth, that is related to the crimes, adultery, impureness, manipulation, evilness, right? So that's where you want to be judged from what comes out your mouth. The spirit comes out your mouth. It's not from what you put inside. Such useless things like that. And I always be like, oh, I need to clean my hands before praying or clean my hand for reading Bible. And I always felt like it doesn't make no sense. And that just reaffirmed me that this is not the important thing. What's important things is really your actions, your words. So that wake me up too from the fact that I need to be way more careful with my words. I had to stop saying nasty words, words that might that are derogatory, right? Although I feel like they were used for calling out, they are not good words to be used. So I'm very attentive to that from now on. Another thing Jesus said is that you're going to be judged by every word you say. So I'm already going to be judged for all the words I said in a bad manner. And that's very um, encouraging me to not do it again and makes you worry. So I really want to change my path, and I'm not saying this just to say. I know I have improved a lot, but there's a lot of improvement still. And what I mean by this is I really want to stop lacking off in many regards, guys, and give you the words for you to understand, for you to grow, for you to act on it like this life is nothing. And Jesus tells us too that all these people with power, they nothing. They can be destroyed by literally proof of air from God. Like they ain't nothing. You understand? Nobody is nothing. And they say this in the Bible too, and they explain how don't get misguided by all these powerful people that oppress us. Like they are going to suffer, and God is way higher than all that. It's very clear by the Bible that they can be thrown away like wine for, easily from God. Like they are not powerful at all. They are just humans, and all humans are very weak in the eyes of God. They all can be destroyed very quickly. The example is they are like don't remember the uh, was like was an example of something that was like I think it's like an vegetable that's blown by the winds as easily, very weak basically, a very weak, and that's how God see all these enemies, all these people, and that's how it is, the reality. So don't get influenced by it, the matrix and evilness and the devil, because Jesus, God is way more powerful, way higher than all that. So that's the words. I highly enjoy my readings today, and I'm gonna start reading way more. I've been reading like 4 pages a day. I had to read minimum 10 to 20 to be honest. I think I read way more than that to be honest, but I need to read way more because that's what's important. The message is in the Bible. The message of life. The message of life. Like this earth life that is not is doesn't matter at all. You understand, guys? If you want to go to heaven, you need to understand the Bible. That's where all the knowledge is. Even the knowledge for life, for this uh, earthly life, is all the knowledge how you should be and how you should behave and how all the worriness is a solution in the Bible. And it was very clear to me by going deep and reading the Old Testament and the New Testament and the teachings from Jesus. And yeah, like Jesus, if you really read and see the miracles that he made, abundance of food, cureness of so many diseases, and things that are supposedly for life, is amazing. And just trust in Jesus, trust in the Bible, read it and follow it. And that's what I had to do more and more. I feel embarrassed by my actions for letting my carnal desires act on it, and I will improve. Hope you guys improve too and be good Christians, or more be obedient to Christ and to the Bible. And yeah, I wanna go to heaven. I wanna die and say I did everything that I was supposed to do. I don't wanna be, oh, will I go to heaven? Because at this point I need to improve. And I just wanna bring this awareness for y'all to understand that this is way higher than any life, mm, a life like human earth life is way more higher than all that. That all this is cool, but it's not, is minimal. It's not even minimal. It's nothing. It's nothing in comparison to heaven. That's the our goal. That's it, guys. See ya.